Hello everyone, welcome back to E46 channel. Today's video is about undercoating the car and prepping it for winter. I'm gonna show you on this mudguard, or let's say behind the front driver's side wheel, and I'm gonna show you underneath. So we'll start on this one. I've finished the other three, but anyways, it is pretty easy to prep for the undercoating. All you need is just some garbage bags or some shopping bags, and I like the shopping bags for the rotor because it's fairly easy to cover them. So just go on top like this, and that is done. There, you want to cover everything that you don't want to spray the undercoat. We are going to be using this rubberized black asphalt undercoating. It is pretty good. I already have my underneath of the car covered, not all of it but most of it, but this one here is already undercoated. Anyways, I'm going to put another coat on it, so I'm not gonna go too crazy. If this is your first time, then you're gonna have to soap the inside of the wheel well of the fender, and then clean it really good, and then dry it out. And after that, then you can start, after making sure that it's all dry, then you can start spraying, of course, after covering it with some plastics, everything that you don't want to cover. So all you need to cover for the wheels is just the rotors, brake pads, and all the braking components and the shocks. And for that, I'm going to be using a garbage bag. So I'm just going to wrap it around and then put some tape on, just to hold it in place. It's fairly easy. It's actually the easiest prepping that you ever think about painting. So just go like that around it, and just wrap it around the shock. If you want, you can use some tape. Okay, and that is pretty much it. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of tape there to hold it in place, because it's gonna be easier for us to work with it then. Okay, just like that, and it's all good to go. As I said, if this is your first time, then you're gonna have to take the time and clean it really good, and you only have to spray the undercoating on the metal, the bare metal. But as I said, mine is already undercoated, so let's get into it. And I'm only gonna apply one coat on it, just to reinforce it, since I already have it already covered. Go behind the shock there, so make sure you cover everything. Especially if this is your first time, then you want to take your time and do it properly, which is cleaning, drying, taking all the components that can oxidize, like whatever foreign stuff is there that shouldn't be, then you're gonna have to take it out and leave the metal like it is, and then start spraying. So the arm controls as well, the links, all the nuts, like, it's gonna make life easier whenever you want to take the mudguard off. So just spray a little bit on the nuts too. There is one up there. Okay, and that is pretty much done. But anyway, so I'm gonna put some more behind there. Okay, there. Another important step is if you are doing this on your driveway, then you shouldn't be worried about it. But if you are doing it in a garage, then take your time and cover the asphalt or the cement, because this stuff is is gonna stick in there. It's gonna stay there forever until you wash it, and wash it for a long time. So just take your time and put some clothing or some stuff that you don't use, or even plastic, even whatever that can cover it. And there we are underneath the car. As I said, all the bolts, and then behind the brakes there. Make sure you cover the arm control, the underneath of the arm control. Look at the underneath the car in different perspectives, because like you want to see it on the other side too, because there's metal here you cannot see from this side. Like, change the angles to make sure that you cover everything. And again, the links. Be careful there. It's not that it's gonna hurt the U-joint, the drive shaft, the steering shaft, but just be careful, don't spray it over there. And the only piece left for me is this one up here. I've done everything else, and again, you want to cover the exhaust, because spraying the undercoating on the exhaust is gonna, like, for the first 2 days it's gonna smell bad because the temperature is too high and it's gonna burn the undercoating. So it's just annoying. So just take your time and cover the exhaust before you do anything. And spray everywhere where you have bare metal, like this one here. That's just a shield, but anyways, I'm gonna spray that to have everything covered and be ready for the winter. Okay, so I'm gonna try and spray a little bit from this angle, but I know I'm gonna have to go on the other side too. It's kind of hard to work when you don't have a lot of space between the floor or the ground and your car. So it is a good idea to jack the car up, take the wheels off, so you have some more clearance, some more room to play with. We don't all have a lift home, so we can lift the car up and then you can walk underneath it. But yeah, you have to, like, it's a really good idea to jack the car up and then so you can spray and get in some tight areas where you need to get. And the can on the other side it has to stay straight or not for a long time horizontal, so it needs to stay this way, and that's why you need some more room here to work with. This is pretty much it left for my car. Again, you don't want to spray undercoating on your transmission, on your engine, on your exhaust, stuff that get hot. Don't do that, because it's annoying. Like, it's gonna be a pain in the butt. So I did spray a little bit on the lines, the brake lines, the fuel lines. I sprayed on the metal that holds the exhaust. That is the front driver side. That is the front passenger side, which is already done. And let's go on the rear. And that is the driver side rear. So I tried to cover everything here because that's where most of the components are. and I'll walk you through from underneath. There it is. The rear drive shaft. There is the passenger, the rear passenger side, and well, it looks pretty good. I'm very happy with it. As I said, my car was already undercoated, and plus it comes from the factory undercoated, but that one I'll show you here. As you guys can see, I still sprayed some on this because it was peeling off, like it was, the car is old and of course it's gonna get there. But yeah, so that's good for the winter. And there is the other side. Same thing, cover the rudder, cover the shocks, and spray everywhere where you need to. And here is the passenger front passenger side. There, it's all sprayed. As I said, again, if this would be your first time, then you take your time to make sure and prep properly for doing this job, which is sanding down and then getting some some loose rust, because if you spray that on top of it, the rust is gonna fall, and then you're still gonna have the bare metal that is exposed to the climate components. And here where I live, East Coast, Canada, we get a lot of snow, a lot of salt on the snow, and this is very necessary. So for everyone that lives in an area where snow is present and salt is present too, this is a very good idea to do. And again, I didn't use the sander, the grinder, to get any rust loose from my car, because it wasn't that bad. And yeah, if you do need that, so just sand it, make sure that the metal is all cleaned up, and start spraying. And again, you don't need just the one coat like I did, is because my car was already undercoated, but you do need at least 2 or 3 coats. Like you can see here, like how it looks, that is a lot, is overlapping and kind of running. It is not like that. It's because it's the rubberized product, the rubberized undercoating, and because it was already undercoated before. Like you can see up there, it's, yeah, it's kind of mixed up with dirt and undercoat, but that's how it should look when you do it for the first time after the 3rd coat. Anyways guys, that is gonna be the video for today. If you have any questions, please leave it down on the comment section, and I'll do my best to answer on my best knowledge. And if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more videos to come. Thank you again, and I'll catch you on the next one.